I went down to Dale Mabry Field. We hadn't taken our ground crew down, our mechanics down. We went down there and used their pilots,
Mhm.
or their ground crew.
Mhm.
And at any rate, we were having all kinds of problems,
Mm.
fuel leaks and things were coming apart on the airplanes. We were being sabotaged. So at any rate, the guy's taking taxi from the name of, can't think of it. He was taxiing out. Fuel's running out of his airplane, so he
Mm.
taxied the thing back in again. So the fuel's running out. They looked down there and they found that, yes, indeed, there was a line that was loose.
Mhm.
So they tightened up the line. So we go back in, have lunch. Now it's my turn to fly that same airplane. So I took it on out, and I'm the flight leader. We go down over the Gulf, about 10 miles out, 10,000 feet, where we start flying. And here comes the sleeve being towed by another big airplane, bigger airplane, toward the sleeve. Could already see the other airplane because you're going to hit the sleeve. You just may have a gun that is loose, and you want to be sure that they want to be sure that the tow vehicle was way out.
Mhm.
So he was up there at about 10,000 feet, out 10 miles over the ocean, out of the Gulf, and we had about 20 or 30 miles to go down to the Gulf. So altogether, it was about a 50-mile flight down from Dale Mabry down to the Gulf and out to the sleeve.
Mhm.
So we went out there. Sure enough, here comes the sleeve. So I get my guys up in formation, in what we call echelon right. So we put them out in echelon right, and I start down. Smell this odor, fuel. Geez, I say, geez. I could almost see my fuel gauge coming down. I said, radio to the guys, I got to go back to Dale Mabry. So as I'm going back to Dale Mabry, I'm seeing and smelling more and more fuel. So I cut back on my engine because I didn't want my engine to be burning any more fuel than necessary. And of course my fuel gauge is coming down much more rapidly. And I'm coming on down from 10,000 on down. And I didn't want to have to parachute out over these marshes because there are nothing but alligators down there, all kinds of things.
Mm.
I didn't want to have to. So I wanted to get back to Dale Mabry. They had a left-hand traffic pattern at Dale Mabry. And I came in on the right-hand side of Dale Mabry. And my engine quit. About 1,000 feet, my engine quit. I could do nothing but just go ahead and land at Dale Mabry, dead stick. So I came on around, dropped the gear, dropped flaps, came on in. Got down, I said, geez, I got this thing on the ground, and the canopy was open and everything. And I just so happened to have my mask on and my goggles on. And the cockpit is open, of course, when you land. And then one wing stalls before the other wing always. And the left wing stalled. It brought the fuel up over, or the flames from under the aircraft up over into the cockpit. And I'm sitting up there in a blowtorch. So I hit the safety belt and jumped out over the side. I land on my knees and my arms, going backwards about 60 miles an hour.
Gosh.
The airplane was going about 60 at that time.
You're kidding.
I
It was
hit-
still moving.
Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah. It had just landed. When it lands about 85. I was down to about 60, I guess. By the time I dove out, I landed on my knees and my arms and my feet, I guess, my toes or something. But I was pretty well protected down there, my knees. But however, my arms were kind of open. And here comes the horizontal stabilizer. And I said, I don't want that thing to hit me. So I rolled over and the stabilizer rolled past me. When I rolled over, I started tumbling. And I tumbled, and I finally ended up going down the runway looking down the runway and looking at my airplane going past me. It's on fire. I'm looking at my airplane. I stabilized myself on my back and on my parachute and with my feet. I came to stop finally. And I still have right here Dale Mabry.
Macadam or something?
No, it's just hardened oil. Dale Mabry. Because it went into my arm so much, and then they healed over this. Went into my arm, and it's still coming out. Yeah. Over here isn't so bad, but here it is pretty bad. Because that's when I went over, rolled over.
Where'd the plane end up?
Ended up in the scrap heap. It went down, ground loop burned. The guys going down there with a big fire engine, brought the fire engine out and put out the fire, but the inside of the airplane was pretty well burned. They looked up in the airplane, they knew that someone was in there, burning up. So, but however, there was no one in there. I was on the runway. And I had walked off the side of the runway and sat down. I was just exhausted. I think that, you go through a traumatic situation like that and you're young, you have the guts and everything, but you just feel like you're washed out.
Yeah.
I just sat down. He finally came over with the ambulance, came over, picked me up, took me to the hospital. They put a lot of Novocaine in me. Not Novocaine, but at that time it was a shot. It just put me in halfway stupid.
And Colonel Wiley, you were pretty sure that someone had been tampering with the airplane.
Oh, I know they had been. Everyone knew they were tampering. Even the guys on the line knew that someone was down there doing something.
Did they ever find out who it was?
I don't think they did. I don't think they cared. I don't think there was a lot of Ku Klux Klan people around at that time, and they were all over the place. And I think that I got myself a Ku Klux Klan type person down there, messing with my airplane.